and testing things for yourself, not assuming that the manufacturer is correct. The one I wish you would revisit more is RFID. Now I know that, does Carrie still have the RFID tag in her arm?
Dude, the RFID thing.
Yeah. Why did you not?
I'm sorry.
I'm not.
It's not going to happen. Discovery. Here's what happened. Here's what happened. I'm not sure how much of the story I'm allowed to tell, but I'll tell you what I know. We were going to do RFID, and on several levels, how hackable, how reliable, how trackable, et cetera, et cetera. And one of our researchers called up Texas Instruments, and they arranged a conference call between, I think, Tori and the head producer over there for the other team, Linda Wolkovich, and one of the technicians at Texas Instruments. They were supposed to have a conference call to talk about the technology on like Tuesday at 10 a.m. And Tuesday at 10 a.m., Linda and Tori get on the phone, and Texas Instruments comes on, along with Chief Legal Counsel for American Express, Visa, Discover, and everybody else. I mean, and I got chills just as I described it. They were way, way outgunned, and they absolutely made it really clear to Discovery that they were not going to air this episode talking about how hackable this stuff was, and Discovery backed way down, being a large corporation who depends upon the revenue of the advertisers. And now it's on Discovery's radar. They won't let us go near it. So I'm sorry.
No.
We are. It's just one of those things. But man, that was a really. Story still gets a little white when he describes that phone conversation.
Well, you do have about 3,000 people in the room who aren't under such legal arrangements with producers. So.
No nice. Okay, well, hi. It's great to have you here. And I've been a fan since the first episode, so it's wonderful. Since you mentioned earlier about all the food tests that you were interested in doing and that Discovery wasn't interested, how do you feel about the fact that I'm also a foodie besides Mythbusters, on the Food Network, they're actually starting something similar to a Mythbusters show starring Ted Allen.
Yeah.
And how do you feel about that?
I love it.
Really?
Absolutely. I love it. I mean, of course, it's incumbent upon the other networks, Food Network and True TV, to try and replicate the success of Mythbusters. It's still one of the top-rating shows on cable television right now when it airs new episodes. You've got Smash Labs on Discovery Channel. You've got sports. Yeah, I know. Yeah. You've got Sports Science on ESPN, which is actually pretty good. You've got there's a time-lapse show on Discovery that's all time-lapse photography. That's all absolutely off of what we've done. We actually were prohibited from doing a finale of an episode recently because Discovery has a whole show based on this, which I can't tell you the idea because they're still in development. But tons of things that we're doing are being pulled out and put together as shows about figuring out the science behind something and taking a close look at it. And as much as I love being at the top of the heap and Mythbusters still riding on the crest of this wave, if there are more shows out there that lend people to do critical thinking and break something down and think about it like that, that's fantastic. I'd be happy to watch us lose to another show that did it better. I know that we don't do it as well as we could every single time, although we try. And I know that a lot of the attempts out there are crappy as hell. But the fact that other people are trying to replicate our success by making science shows is absolutely not a bad thing.
And as a quick follow-up from a New York point of view, as a possible science suggestion, I happen to be at home right now cutting up unglazed ceramic tile to put in my oven to make a better pizza. And there's always, obviously, commercial pizza stone. And I was wondering if you've ever thought about testing commercial stones versus, this kind of, unglazed, which is better, how to make a better oven, better pizza, and in particular Neapolitan pizza from a New York kind of pizza, and getting a better crust. And this is a